Hello, I'm Prue Crew. We're on location here in Port St. Lucie, Florida, filming a series of short 5-minute videos that are going to help you become a better athlete or just more fit in general. Alright, first we're going to talk about the neutral spine. Alright, so in the neutral spine, if we lay flat on our back, the ground helps us to maintain that neutral spine or find that neutral spine position. And what I mean by neutral is that our pelvis and the base of our skull are on the floor at the same time. All right, you should also feel the floor right at the bottom of your shoulder blades, so your shoulder blades will be on the floor also. All right, your lumbar spine down in here curves up away from the floor about 33 degrees. Your thoracic spine curves up or back down to the floor about 33 degrees, and your cervical spine right in here curves up away from the floor 33 degrees again, thus leaving the base of the skull, top of the pelvis, in the same plane or on the floor at the same time. So it's good to practice that. Now, the muscles that surround the core, our rectus abdominis, they're in charge of pulling our body up and down. Our obliques, they're in charge of taking us side to side. All right, so now, to fully engage that core, you may not have heard about them, but there's the transverse abdominis. And these muscles start at your iliac crest, which are those two hip bones, the high hip bones, and run downwards towards the center of your pelvis and basically wrap around your rectus abdominis and your obliques to form an internal belt. All right, so if you pull in or perform a stomach vacuum, then that's the type of position that you'll be in. All right, that's engaging the rectus abdominis, and not so much your rectus abdominis, but definitely the transverse abdominis. All right, if you brace your abs here, that's really engaging the rectus abdominis. We're more after the transverse abdominis, which is a little bit lower right at that waist. Your obliques, they're on the side. They take us side to side. So now, strengthening the rectus abdominis. Right, what we want to do is perform crunches. And I'll go through a number of progressions, not just for this movement, but for all the movements in later videos as we go through. So crunches. First progression would be with the arms across the chest and just crunching straight up, just trying to get the bottom part of your shoulder blades off of the floor. All right, boom. That's going to work more so the top 4 abs. Now, everybody wants that lower ab region to be nice and tight, and the thing that a lot of people miss is they'll do crunches all day long and wonder why they're not getting stronger or that lower ab region is not getting more tight. That's because we have to lift the pelvis. Right? These are called pelvic tilts. All right? Easiest progression, once again, with the hands down. That way they can help you push up. All right? If you put your hands over your head, it's a little bit more difficult, right, to pull that pelvis up. All right? If you go with the hands down, we can pull the pelvis up and tilt it to a side. Okay? All of those are working the rectus abdominis all the way down to what we'll call that iliac crest. Okay, now we can also work, or what will help support our core is our obliques. A good way to work those obliques is what we'll call a lateral bridge. When we perform a lateral bridge, we want to make sure that we form a 90-degree angle where basically the elbow is directly underneath of your shoulder. Okay? If we end up with our elbow out here, when we try to go up, we put a lot of extra pressure on our shoulder, and eventually you'll injure yourself. So you want to make sure that you keep that elbow directly under your shoulder, keeping it in the proper position. Okay, so holding that lateral bridge will strengthen the obliques, and we can progress to more difficult things by straightening our legs. With our legs more straight, right, there's more work on that midsection. Okay, right through there. Boom. Once again, making it more difficult. If we hold one leg up, then that bottom half has to work a lot more hard to hold that up. Okay, we can also straighten our arm and come up here. Once again, working through the progressions with our leg up, it's a lot more difficult. Boom. All right, those are a couple exercises that will strengthen your core and make you a better athlete. Hope to see you next time. Peace.